Hare Krishna. Welcome you all to the Srimad Bhagavatam Daily Divine Discussion. I was out on a very blissful yatra, and after that, I'm getting this opportunity once again to be with all of you to discuss this wonderful message. So before we go ahead, I just wanted to ask all of you, am I audible? Nice. You're all able to hear me clearly? Okay. If you're all able to hear me clearly, you can turn on your videos. That's a very amazing way of indicating to me that you're all able to hear me very clearly. That's something you can do. Turn on videos and let me know you're there. So nevertheless, welcome everyone. So now we are going to continue this journey ahead in the Srimad Bhagavatam. So we are going to discuss from Srimad Bhagavatam first canto, third chapter, shloka 22, 23 and 24. So these are the three verses that we're going to discuss. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhirayet Nashtaprayeshva Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatyuttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. So this is 1:322. Naradevattvamapanna Surakarya Chikirshaya Samudra Nigrahadini Chakre Viryanyatapparam. Any guesses? I'll just show you the Sanskrit. You can all try to guess. Who is this incarnation of Krishna we are talking about? Anybody? Tried? Okay, it's quite a riddle. Nevertheless, Naradevatvam. He actually performed the activities as a Nara or a human being. Apanna, Nara Apanna. That means he assumed the form of a human being, but Devatvam. There was a great deal of divinity. Why? Because he's an incarnation of Krishna. So divinity has to be there. Surakarya Chikirshya. Chikirshya. He performed what? Surakarya. Sura, who are Suras? Yes, the very opposite of Asura is Sura, the demigods. So Sura Karya Chikirshya, he to perform the activities on behalf of the demigods. So he did their activity. Yes. Samudra Nigraha Adini. He controlled the oceans. Yes, so he defined the ocean. Usually oceans are there so that nobody can cross and come over easily to the land. But what did he do? He controlled it. Nigraha Adini. He controlled, etc. Adi, etc. So in course of controlling, one more thing that he did was building a bridge across. So I think now it's very easy. I guess most of you gave the answer. It's Lord Ram. Haribol. Sri Ramachandra Bhagavan ki jai. He came as Maryada Purushottam, depicting the qualities of an ideal human being. That's how Lord Ram came. Chakre Viryanya Tapparam, and he performed superhuman activities. He was supremely powerful, especially with his bow, and one by one he performed great activities. Somebody would like to read the translation? Who would like to read? Okay. We'll give chance to Riya Mataji. Go ahead, please read.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. In the 18th incarnation, the Lord appeared as a King Rama in order to perform some pleasing work for the demigods. He exhibited superhuman powers by controlling the Indian Ocean and then killing the atheist King Ravana, who was on the other side of the sea.
Yes. So that is a superhuman activity that Rama has performed. Thank you, Riya Mataji, for reading. So he killed Ravana, a demon who was practically invincible. Even the great demigods who were greatly disturbed by him, they were not able to kill this particular demon. But Ramachandra, on behalf of demigods, performed this activity of killing Ravana. You know what's the meaning of Ravana? The meaning of Ravana means one who makes others cry. So practically, he had made the entire universe to cry. And on the other hand, you know the meaning of Rama? Ramayati iti Rama. Lord Rama The meaning of Rama is one who gives pleasure to everybody, who pleases everyone with his wonderful demeanor, his personality, his pastimes. Such a personality is called as Rama. Ramayati iti Rama. Exact opposite was Ravana, the person who made others cry. He had made the demigods also cry. So the demigods went crying to the Lord, please save us, rescue us from this demon. Yes. And that's when the Lord came to perform their task. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Okay, let's read Prabhupada's purport. The personality of Godhead Sri Rama assumed the form of a human being and appeared on the earth for the purpose of doing some pleasing work for the demigods or the administrative personalities to maintain the order of the universe. Sometimes great demons and atheists like Ravana and Hiranyakashipu and many others become very famous due to advancing material civilization by the help of material science and other activities with a spirit of challenging the established order of the Lord. So, what do we understand from this particular portion of the purport? We understand that demons have a tendency to defy the Lord. They want to oppose the law and order of Lord. As such, what did Ravana do? Ravana wanted to create a staircase. And that particular staircase will be used to ensure that all the impious souls go to the heavens. And all the pious souls, they go to hell. So he wanted to reverse the order. Usually this is the order of Lord. Urdhvam gacchanti sattvastaha madhye tishtanti rajata jaganna guna vrittishta adho gacchanti tamasa. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita 14th chapter, 18th shloka, that those who are situated in the mode of goodness, who are pious souls, urdhvam gacchanti, they go to the higher planets. Madhye tishtanti rajasa, those controlled by the mode of passion, they remain on the earthly realm. And adho gacchanti tamasa, those impious souls, sinful souls, jaganna guna, who are performing very ghastly and abominable activities, they go to the hellish realm. That's the order of Lord. But Ravana wanted to play with that. He wanted to reverse it. He and his friends to go to heaven and all his enemies to go to hell. And that's the staircase that he built. Yes, now Prabhupada is giving more examples of how demons challenge the established order. Modern demons. Let's see. For example, the attempt to fly to other planets by material means is a challenge to the established order. The conditions of each and every planet are different, and different classes of human beings are accommodated there for particular purpose mentioned in the codes of the Lord. But puffed up by tiny success in material advancement, sometimes the godless materialists challenge the existence of God. Yes. Yeah. So this is what Prabhupada is saying here. So saying that in order to go to higher planets, yes, Prabhupada went to the West and he observed people are crazy. They want to go to moon. They want to go to Mars. They want to go to all the planets. Yes, without sufficient karma. They are all higher planets. If you have to go to any of the higher planets, you need good karma. Without good karma, you cannot go to higher planets. But people are thinking, oh, by some mechanical arrangements, some aeroplanes and jets, we can go to higher planets. So there was one personality, his name was Trishanku. Trishanku was a king, but he was not a very pious king. He didn't have many pious credits. So he was not qualified to go to heaven. So he went to Vashishta Brahmarshi, the guru of Ramachandra, and he told him that, can you send me to heavens? And Vashishta immediately checked his punya account, his pious activities, and he said, no, you're not qualified to go to heaven. Right? Don't aspire for such things. And then he said, all right, I will go to the rival of Vashishta, Vishwamitra, who is aspiring to be a Brahma Rishi. Right? And this Vishwamitra considers Vashishta to be his arch rival. So let me go there. So he went to Vishwamitra and he told, Vishwamitra, can you send me to heaven? And Vishwamitra also said, no, you don't have that sufficient piety to go there. And then he said, all right, that's the same answer that Vashishta gave me. And he wanted to kind of incite some competitive spirit. So he said, all right, Anyway, Vashishta could not do it. Why did I approach you? Anyways, I shouldn't have approached you in first place at all. Vishwamitra said, what? Vashishta couldn't do it? I will do it. Don't worry. You come. He said, but I don't have punya. He said, don't worry about that. You come. I'll give you my punya. So whatever 60,000 years of penance and austerity that Vishwamitra had performed, he gave little by little to him. And by the punya that he was getting, he was raising up, raising up, raising up, raising up. And Indra observed from a CCTV camera, there is one person who is not qualified to be here, is coming to heaven. So he was taking his Vajra, his thunderbolt, and hitting him. And he was coming down, coming down. And now from here, Vishwamitra is giving him punya. Okay, take punya, take pious credits, take it. And he's going up. And Indra is putting him down. He's coming down. And he's setting him, he's putting him down. And this fellow, they're playing table tennis with him. You're saying ping pong? They're playing ping pong. Trishanku became ping pong. Then he said, please leave me, I don't want to go. Vishwamitra said, it's a question of my ego. I'll definitely send you. But then Vishwamitra saw that I have limited punya left. So if we keep playing like this, Indra doesn't, in fact, he will not get exhausted. I'll get exhausted. So better what I'll do is I'll create a planet, Trishanku Loka, and there I will send him. So even today he's hanging upside down. But how he could even hang there? Vishwamitra had to exhaust all his punya. And then that particular planet lost all control. And it was coming to hit the earth. And that is the time Vishwamitra saw that he ran out of all punya. All he could say was, oh my Lord, Hari! He just cried out like that. And immediately the Lord appeared and took control of the situation. And the Lord warned Vishwamitra. See, you're a great saint. Yes, you're a saintly person. Do not play with the order of this universe. You will not do it again? You promised me? Said, I promise, I understood. I realized it the hard way. I cannot play with the nature. Yes, don't do that. Yes, he told him that way. So usually it's the demon who want to defy the natural laws. All right, let's proceed in the purport. Ravana was one of them. He wanted to transport ordinary men to the planet of Indra by material means without consideration of necessary qualifications. He wanted a staircase to be built up directly reaching the heavenly planet, so that people might not be required to undergo the routine of pious work necessary to enter the planet. He also wanted to perform other acts against the established rule of Lord. He even challenged the authority of Sri Rama, the personality of God, and kidnapped his wife Sita. Of course, Lord Ram had come to chastise such atheists, answering the prayer and desire of the demigods. He therefore took up the challenge of Ravana, and the complete activity is the subject matter of Ramayana. Yes. So, Ramayana is two things. The literal meaning of Ramayana means the movements of Lord Ramachandra, his movements. Ramayana. Just like we have Chandrayana, the movements of Chandra. How the Chandra changes, the moon changes its different shapes and forms. That's called Chandrayana. So Ramayana means the movements of Lord Ram. That's called Ramayana. And some acharyas have commented, it's actually also called Ramayana. Ramayana means Sita Charitra. Yes, there are only two subjects of Ramayana. One is Sita Charitra, the qualities of Mother Sita. And the second one is Ravana Dvamsana, which means the killing of Ravana. So although Ramayana refers to movements of Lord Ram, what it ideally states is the characteristics of Mother Sita and the killing of Ravana. Yes, so Ravana signifies lust, which is there prevalent in every one of our hearts. So this lust has to be purified. And heart, what we have Rama in the form of Nama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Such chanting of the holy name is something that will purify. The such Nama will purify the Kama. Right? Go ahead. Because Lord Ramachandra was the personality of Godhead, he exhibited superhuman activities which no human being, including the materially advanced Ravana, could perform. Yes. Lord Ramachandra prepared a royal road on the Indian Ocean with stones that floated on water. The modern scientists have done research in the area of weightlessness, but it is not possible to bring in weightlessness anywhere and everywhere. But because weightlessness is the creation of the Lord, by which he can make the gigantic planets float and fly in the air, he made the stones even within this earth to be weightless and prepared a stone bridge on the sea without any supporting pillar. That is the display of the power of God. Yeah. Lord Ram prayed to the god of the ocean, the demigod, that you give me a way by which I can cross through. And he meditated and prayed for 3 days. But when the third day was passed by and the ocean god did not appear, or he did not make way for Rama, he became very angry and he aimed the arrow at the ocean. And immediately all the creatures, they all started feeling the heat. Yes, Lord Ram's eyes became fiery, and so did the ocean become fiery, and everybody was thoroughly agitated. And that's when the ocean god appeared and he bowed down and he says, my Lord, I didn't want to give away purposely. If I give you away, you go ahead and then I close. That won't be so much of your glory as much as if you build a bridge upon me and go. Because that will stand a testimony of your greatness for all time to come. For all time to come, people will glorify you as the personality who built a bridge across the ocean, which nobody has done before. So we request you to please do that. And then he said that if your devotees, the monkeys, they write your name on top of a stone and they put it, that stone will not sink, it will float. And I have personally seen a floating stone of this, which defies gravity, on one of the yatras for which we had gone to Dwarka. So in Dwarka, this temple, that stone is still there. It floats, it doesn't sink. So weightlessness is a property of the Lord. Lord has created it. In Vedic times, you can see there were many stones, many single stone temples. How did they do it? Or sometimes the stone is a very huge slab. We don't know the size. We especially go to this Tanjore Brihadeshwara temple. This is it was near my college. That was a huge slab of stone. There are no cranes made even today to lift that much amount of load. No. How did they put it on the top? Yes, because that was the power of mantras. To the power of mantra, you can make, there's weight is equal to mass into G. You know what is G? We studied in physics. Acceleration due to gravity. That's called G. So M into G. So G is usually equal to 9.81 meters per second square. You studied this in physics? You learned this? Yeah. So this particular G, 9.81 meters per second square, is made zero by mantras. So the moment that G is equal to zero, the weight becomes zero. And then they're able to put it there, weightlessness. So that's all achieved through the power of mantras, right? Okay, we'll go to the next shloka. एकोनविंशे विंशति में वृष्णिषु प्राप्य जन्मनि रामकृष्णाविति भुवो भगवान हरद्भरम्. Very easy. Who are the 19th and Ekon Vimshe means 19th. Vimshati means 20. So the 19th and 20th incarnation, they were born in the Janmani, Prapya Janmani. Where they were born? They were born in the dynasty of Vrishnis. Vrishnishu. So in the dynasty of Vrishnis, they were born. Who are they? Any guesses? Two of them. Yes. Rama and Krishna. Rama and Krishna here are Balaramji and Krishna, Sri Krishna. Iti bhuvo. So they became Rama and Krishna, Bhagavan Aharad Bharam. And what did they do? These lords, Aharad Bharam. So they removed the burden of the bhuvi, of the world. So they appeared to relieve the earth of burden. What is that burden? Earth can handle a lot of burden. Earth is known for tolerance. One has to learn tolerance, you have to learn from the earth. So many living entities are trampling and stepping on the earth. So many living entities pass stool and urine on the earth. and the earth always tolerates, doesn't retaliate. So we learn tolerance from the earth. So, but what is that burden? The burden is the burden of sins. And especially when the kings or the leaders become sinful, that is the burden that the earth cannot handle. Because king or any leader is supposed to be Naradev, a representative of the Supreme Lord. Although a human, a representative of Lord. But the earth cannot handle the burden of such leadership. Because if the leader is sinful, yatha raja tata praja. Even the citizens are going to be very sinful, right? So that's something that the earth cannot handle. And thus she goes crying to Brahmaji and the demigods, and they all go to Shvetadweep, and thus advents Balarama and Rama. So here Krishna is mentioned as one of the incarnations, but later on it's going to be clarified. Yes, there's going to be ample of clarity upon this, so you need not worry so much. All right. Anyone wanting to read the purport? Okay, Riya Mataji, we'll see. We'll try to give a chance to those who have not read, and in case no one's there, then you can read. Okay, Hari's Bhakti Sundari Mataji, go ahead.
The specific mention of the word Bhagavan in this text indicates that Balaram and Krishna are original forms of the Lord. This will be the further explanation explained later. Lord Krishna is not an incarnation of the Purusha. As we learned from the beginning of this chapter, he is directly the original personality of Godhead, and Balarama is the first plenary manifestation of the Lord. From Baladeva, the first phalanx of the plenary expansions, Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Anuruddha, and Pradyumna expands. Lord Sri Krishna is Vasudeva and Baladeva is Sankarshana.
I think we have discussed this enough. Yeah, we have discussed this many times. So Krishna is called Swayam Bhagavan, and Balramji is called as Swayam Prakash. He is the first expansion of Krishna, who doesn't look like Krishna, who has different features than Krishna, but he's a servitor god. He serves Krishna in many ways. Yes, Shri Balarama Gosai Mula Sankarshana Pancha Deha Kari Karena Krishna Vividera Sevana. He does different functions, 5 functions for the Lord. Number 1, he creates the spiritual universes, the spiritual world. Number 2, he is the source of all spiritual incarnations, or the Vaikuntha Purushas. Number 3, he is the source of all the material universes. Number 4, he enters into every single particle of material universe. And number 5, he holds the universes also. Everything. So Panchadeha Karena Krishna Ira Vivida Sevana. So he performs different seva for Lord, like this, with 5 forms. And thus he is serving the Lord very wonderfully. And Vasudeva, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Anirudh, these 4 personalities, they are on the 4 sides of Krishna Loka. And these personalities only in Saket Dham become Rama, Lakshman, Bharat and Shatrughna. And out of this, Vasudeva and Sankarshan are Krishna Balram of Mathura and Dwarka. Yes, but the original form, since Bhagavan is mentioned, the original is Krishna, and his first expansion is Baldev, Balramji. Okay, next. Tatah kalau sampravritte sammohaya suradvisham buddho namagyanasutah kikateshu bhavishyati. It's very easy. Who is this incarnation? Any idea? Yes, Buddha. It's Buddha. Tata kalau sampravritte, when the Kali Yuga begins, sammohaya sura dvisham. Sura dvisham means, again, Sura is demigods, Dvisha means who are envious of demigods. So that means the atheists or the demoniac people. What he want to do? Sammohaya. He want to bewilder those atheists. That's his function. Yes. So his name is Buddha Namna. His name is Buddha and his mother is Anjana. Yes, and he comes in the place of Kikateshu. Kikateshu is today's Gaya or Bihar province. That's where he comes. Bhavishyanti. It will take place. So by now, till the time this Bhagavatam is being recited, has Buddha appeared? In this timeline, has he appeared? When Parikshit Maharaj and not Parikshit Maharaj, Suta Goswami and the sages of Naimisharanya, they are all conversing. Has Buddha appeared or not? No. That's why Bhavishyanti. In future, he will appear. So Bhagavatam is mentioned in future. Yeah, somebody would like to read? Excuse me. Yeah. Her Grace Dayamai Radha Mataji. Please read.
Thank you. Then in the beginning of Kali Yuga, the Lord will appear as Lord Buddha, the son of Anjana, in the province of Gaya, just for the purpose of deluding those who are envious of the faithful deists.
Thank you so much. Let's see the purport. Okay, the purport is long. We'll try to read. Lord Buddha, a powerful incarnation of the personality of Godhead, appeared in Gaya as the son of Anjana, and he preached his own conception of non-violence and deprecated even the animal sacrifice sanctioned in the Vedas. Yes. So what was happening at this particular point of time was the Brahmanas, who were supposed to be the preachers or the protectors of Vedas, followers of Vedas, on the pretext of animal sacrifice, they were slaughtering innocent animals and eating animal flesh and drinking animal blood, especially even that of cow. So, nindasi yajna viteraha shruti jatam. Sadaya hridaya karuna shruti pashughatam keshavadrita narahari rupa. Sir keshavadrita buddha sharira jai jagadish hare. Yes, nindasi yajna viter. So he said, just give up the Vedas. Yes. Why? Ahimsa paramo dharma. So he established ahimsa or non-violence as paramo dharma. He wanted to delude them. He wanted them to reject the Vedas so that they stop this nonsensical killing of animals. Yes, he did that. So Vedic sacrifice was turned into slaughterhouse and animal killing was indulged unrestrictedly. Lord Buddha preached non-violence, taking pity on poor animals. He preached that he did not believe in the tenets of Vedas and stressed the adverse psychological effects incurred by animal killing. Less intelligent men of the age of Kali, who have no faith in God, follow his principles, and for the time being, they were trained in moral discipline and non-violence. The preliminary steps for proceeding further on the path of God realization. He deluded the atheists because such atheists who followed his principles did not believe in God, but kept their absolute faith in Lord Buddha, who was himself the incarnation of God. Thus, faithless people were made to believe in God in the form of Lord Buddha. That was the mercy of Lord Buddha. He made the faithless faithful to him. So he bewildered them. Many of the Buddhists even chant the names of Buddha. Nama Amida Butsu. That's the name they chant. Nama Amida Butsu. They do the chanting of Buddha's names. But Buddha, who is he? He's Krishna. So indirectly they are surrendering to Krishna. But what about the Vaishnavas? Rupa Goswami writes in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu that we don't accept Buddha. Why? Because he has rejected the Shastras. So out of Shastra and Krishna, when we are in the material world, Shastra is more important. But when we see the spiritual world, in the spiritual world, Shastra or Krishna, Krishna is more important. So for us, Shastras, the scriptures, Vedas, they are more important. Proceeding ahead. Killing of animals before the advent of Buddha was the most prominent feature of the society. People claimed that these Vedic scriptures, these were Vedic sacrifices. When the Vedas are not accepted through the authoritative disciplic succession, the casual readers of Vedas are misled by the flowery language of that system of knowledge. In the Bhagavad Gita, a comment has been made on such foolish scholars as avipaschitaha, foolish. Where this comes? This comes in 2nd chapter, 42nd verse. Yamimam pushpitam vacham pravadanti avipaschitah vedam vadarata partha nanyadasti divadina. So these are those people who are less intelligent who read the Vedas or who try to read the Vedas themselves. They will not get the Vedas. I just recently had a realization. We were in the Govardhan Yatra. Yes, the Govardhan Parikrama. We were situated at the lotus feet of Giriraj. Such a merciful incarnation of Lord, who is Lord himself actually. Lord and also his servant simultaneously. Govardhan Giriraj is that deity form of Krishna who never closes darshan. He's 24 hours you can have his darshan. Darshan is always open. So we used to do Giriraj Parikrama before. And the Parikrama, there used to be one kund called Sankarshan Kund. And we used to just bow down, okay, Balram's place, take Achman and go. Sometimes even from outside, there's nothing to see here. In fact, that's the emptiest place on the entire Parikrama mark. Nobody stops there. But when we hear that is seeing from Charma Chakshu, we are just looking at through the senses, we find, oh, that's just another water body. Just offer obeisance or just leave, see from far and go. But my spiritual master spent so much time explaining Sankarshan Kund. He was mentioning that it's very important. That is the most important place, spot for us. Why? Because that is a place where we get the mercy of Balram. And especially Balram, who has come for all of us as Nityanand Prabhu. And without Nityanand Prabhu, we can not get any knowledge. Sambandha, Abhideya, Prayojan, the three forms of knowledge. The root is Nityanand Prabhu's mercy. Who are our Sambandha, Abhideya, Prayojan Acharyas? Rup Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami. Who is the one who introduced them to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Yes, who is the one who directed them to Mahaprabhu? It is Nityanand Prabhu. And thus he was explaining that Sankarshan Kund is the most important place for us. And I was wondering, see, how one can be, if one takes the yatra very casually, he might go to those places where there's crowd. And Sankarshan Kund, there is no crowd. Nobody is there. Why? Because Guru is a person, the spiritual master makes the disciple go beyond his casualness. If you see casually, that's no important. But Guru teaches the importance. No, it is not something casual. This is the most important. Then we immediately have a paradigm shift and we go and pray very intensely. So without Guru, those who read the Shastras, they are called as Avipaschitaha, foolish scholars. And these people don't receive the trasi. Prabhupada is writing the same thing. The foolish scholars of Vedic literatures who do not care. Who are the casual readers? Who do not care to receive the transcendental message through the transcendental sources of disciplic succession are sure they will be bewildered. See, it's very clear. And that is why we need a spiritual master who will teach us the scriptures. By them, the ritualistic ceremonies are considered to be all in all. Yes, they feel karma kanda is everything. They have no depth of knowledge. According to Bhagavad Gita 15.15, Vedescha sarve rahameva vedya, the whole system of the Vedas is to lead one gradually to the path of the Supreme Lord. The whole theme of Vedic literature is to know the Supreme Lord, the individual soul, the cosmic situation, and the relation between all these. When the relation is known, the relative function begins. And as a result of such a function, the ultimate goal of life, going back to Godhead, takes place in the easiest manner. Unfortunately, unauthorized scholars of Vedas become captivated by the purificatory ceremonies only, and natural progress is thereby checked. Yeah. So every single knowledge is needed. Krishna has not spoken Bhagavad Gita for time pass. We need to understand the 5 subjects of Bhagavad Gita. The Jiva, who are we? Ishvara, the Supreme Lord, the Kala, the time factor, Karma, the various activities performed by the Jiva, and Prakriti, this material nature. Every single concept, understanding relationship between all, will help us to come to the point of the conclusion of Gita. And what is the conclusion of Gita? Surrender. See, to bring about that surrender, each and every subject matter is needed. The purpose of Gita is surrender. But that surrender cannot be brought out artificially. When we hear from the spiritual master about these 5 subject matters taught by Krishna, then surrender should come. It will come. So many times devotees say, oh, I finished Bhakti Shastri, we are done. Bhagavad Gita, yeah, done. But has the surrender developed? No. And then when in the mood of that surrender, we should start hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. Then what will develop? Then holy name. The taste for holy name will develop. Nama Sankirtanam Yasya Sarva Papa Pranashanam. And with that chanting of the holy name, we continue. Then we start Chaitanya Charitamrita. And what is the conclusion of Chaitanya Charitamrita? That mood of the gopis, Radha Bhava. That is something that's developed in the end when we read Chaitanya Charitamrita systematically. Radha Bhava Dyuti Suvalitam Naumi Krishna Swarupam. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu exhibited that. And we all can also chant in that particular mood. Arslishcheva Padaratam Pinashtumam. That's the final verse, the Shikshashtakam prayers. That's the last chapter. Right? So that is the purpose of heading there. I would like to pause here and invite questions. Some devotees told me there is no purport to this verse. So I took 3 verses. But I'm seeing these are the biggest purports. So we'll discuss this slowly. Any questions? We have about 5 minutes. We can take. Okay. Her Grace, Dhyamai Radha. Prabhu. Yeah, go on.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, thank you for this beautiful class. I wanted to ask you clarity about where is Lanka, because you said the floating rock you found out in Dwarka Desh. I've heard from differing opinions from devotees that Lanka is Sri Lanka, and for some devotees they've said it's not in this world, on this earth. So I wanted you, if you can give us more clarity on that.
Yes, I will. I somehow did not bring my pen, but I should have got it for you. I'll just get a map, world map. Just 1 minute. Huh? Let me see. Yeah. So, can you see the world map?
Yes, Prabhuji.
It's not zooming in. Okay, I'll zoom in. Okay. So as per the world map, the place of Lanka is mentioned. So the longitude that passes through Ujjain and the line that meets the equator, that particular point is the golden place of Lanka. And if you calculate from Mahendragiri to this particular point, it exactly comes to 100 yojanas, 800 miles. It comes. Yeah. It comes. So this is the point, right? So this passage happens to go through this particular island, which today people call it Sri Lanka. But if you hear the description of Lanka in Ramayana, it is golden in color. It's a golden island. And the dimensions, etc., don't match that of Sri Lanka. No. So there is a difference. But that particular path, right, the trail, the Adams, they call it Adams Bridge today. Lord Rama's bridge. They call it Adams Bridge. Actually, it's Rama Setu. So that passes through Sri Lanka and goes further. But what happens is because of the movements of the planet, the geography of the world keeps changing. It will keep changing. Prabhupada himself says this. It's never constant. So we cannot exactly find out where it is, but this particular thing is mentioned in the Shastras. From Ujjain, you draw, because Ujjain is the point from where west and east exists. Anything that is west of Ujjain is the western world, and east of Ujjain is the eastern world. That's how it is. Yeah. The land of rising sun, as per the Shastra, is not Japan, it's Peru. Peru country. There's a country called Peru, right? That's the land of rising sun. So Peru is mentioned as a land of rising sun. So Lanka is situated here. Yes, some of the speakers, they say that Lanka, there are 8 islands below the Bharatvarsha. That is the Jambu. I'll just show you again. Here we will need to show where is Jambu Dweep. Vedic Bhuloka. I'll show you that diagram. Bhulok. 7 islands on Bhulok. Yeah. I hope you can see this. Very interesting. stuff we're discussing. Can you see? Yeah,
Yes, Prabhuji.
this particular tract of land is called as Bharatvarsha as per the Vedic knowledge. And this is divided into 9 parts. This is actually the Himalayas. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But this particular part, the 9th part, right, is actually in the shape of a ball. Yes, so this is our place is called as Bharat Khanda. This place is called Bharat Khanda. This is all mentioned in even CC it's mentioned. So this ball is the 9th part. So now there are some references to Bhugola Varnan, which says that there are 8 islands here. This is on the Lavan Sagar. This is also salt ocean. Salt ocean. This is also salt ocean. Right? So this particular island, which is the closest to the Bharat Khanda, this is Lanka. Got it? And this is our globe. So some say this is the version, and both can be correct as per different yugas. Yeah, both are right. So there is a Lanka there also.
Has Lanka sunk underwater, or are material eyes unable to see it?
Lanka is underwater because Lanka, what was Lanka actually? Lanka is not Ravana's place. It is Kuvera's abode. Kuber used to store some of his wealth. So his wealth storage pit on the earth was called as Lanka. So there are many storage points. So he captured that, Ravana. Right? He captured Kuvera's city. So that way on the earth also demigods have some kind of control. So and some say this is here. Both can be accepted because I've heard both and I have reference to both. Okay.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Is it all right? Okay. Time is up. So we like to close here, and I would like to thank each and every one of you for your enthusiastic participation, turning on videos. Our Anupam Govind Prabhu, Damai Radha Prabhu, Sachidanand Prabhu. I think 1 plus Nod C2 is Nutan Prabhu, if I'm not wrong. Okay, Sandhya Singh Mataji, Geeta Mataji, Neelam Mataji, Aditya Prabhu, Bhakti Sundari Mataji, Raj Prabhu, Pranav Prabhu, Preeti Mataji, Anjali Thanki Mataji, Palak Prabhu, yes, Sarbani Mandal Prabhu, Anang Manjari Prabhu. Thank you all so much for coming. Rakshaja Mataji, Riya Mataji. Very grateful to all of you. Let's meet again tomorrow. Haribol.